Hey there everyone, and thank you for joining the National Trust of Trinidad and Tobago on this special virtual tour in commemoration of Labor Day. All roads, including this virtual one, leads to Fyzabad, so come on, let's go! The village was founded in 1871 by Reverend Grant of the Presbyterian Church's Canadian Mission to the Indians. It was settled by former Indian Indentured Workers upon the completion of their indentureship. Now the settlers, undoubtedly paying homage to India, named the new village Fyzabad after a well-known district in Uttar Pradesh. By the early 1900s, the villagers were engaged in agriculture, growing vegetables, rice, cocoa, and coffee. In 1917, Fyzabad was transformed when oil was discovered. Companies like Apex Trinidad Oilfields and Trinidad Leaseholds Limited generated great activity and brought hundreds of people into the area, including men from Grenada and St. Vincent, to work in the oil fields. Among the Grenadians coming to Fyzabad was a man by the name of Tubal Uriah Butler. Butler was born on the 21st of January 1897. As a young man, he enlisted in the army during World War I. The war was the first mechanized conflict in global history, and it became apparent that the oil industry had an important role to play in the matter of supplying of fuel. In 1921, Butler moved to Trinidad to work in the growing petroleum industry. When he arrived in Fyzabad, there was growing tensions between the oilfield workers and the employers, and so he joined the Trinidad Labour Party with Captain Arthur Cipriani at the helm. In 1935, he led a hunger march from Apex Oilfields to Port of Spain, and the following year he formed his own party, the British Empire Citizens and Workers' Home Rule Party. On June 19, 1937, Butler addressed a meeting at the Emporium Hall, which was interrupted by several policemen. The arrest warrant was read and Butler asked the crowd, "Are you going to let them take me?" The response was a barrage of bottles and stones aimed at the police. Corporal Carl Charlie King, who had attempted to arrest Butler, was caught by the mob and set ablaze. Fyzabad became a war zone. Inspector Bradburn was shot and killed, and bystander Labour Riots was caught in the crossfire. The junction is named Charlie King Junction, and a monument to Labour Riots stands to remember these two men. Butler was an essential part of the protests of the 1930s, in which the petroleum workers of southern Trinidad demanded better treatment. He was accused of sedition for his involvement in the revolts and was imprisoned from 1937 to 1940. He was imprisoned again between 1941 and 1945 when World War II broke out. After his release, he formed the Butler Home Rule Party, which later became the Butler Party, and he ran for political office in 1950. He was instrumental in the development of the labor movement, which emphasized the importance of collective unionism in treating with worker discontent and the abuses they faced by the employers. In 1970, Butler was given the nation's highest award, the Trinity Cross. He passed on the 20th of February 1977 and is buried in the Apex Cemetery. The Labor Day celebrations are held annually and include a march which culminates at his gravesite, and a wreath is laid in honor of the Supreme Chief Servant. Alongside the Trinity Cross, the Supreme Chief Servant was honored for his efforts in several ways. The highway, originally named the Princess Margaret Highway, was renamed Tubal Uriah Butler Highway in 1988, But the greatest tribute came in 1973 when the anniversary of the Oilfield Riots, June 19th, was declared an annual national holiday and celebrated as Labor Day. So guys, this brings us to the end of this special virtual tour to Fyzabad. We hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for joining the National Trust of Trinidad and Tobago. Stay tuned for more.